So in this video, I am going to demo the blood type baby mix-up lab. And I have a bunch of well plates out so that each of the different people that are discussed in the lab, Mr. Jones, Mrs. Jones, child 1, Mr. Smith, Mrs. Smith, and child 2, we can test their blood to figure out what their blood type is, and then hopefully be able to match the child with the couple. So I have laid them out so that plate 1 is Mr. Jones, plate 2 is Mrs. Jones, plate 3 is child 1, and so on and so forth. So you should hopefully be able to tell whose blood is who. So in order to do this, we need the simulated blood. This is actually not real blood, so don't worry, of each of the 6 people. And we need anti-A serum, which is this bottle. And we need anti-B serum, which is this bottle. We're not going to be doing the Rh factor in this particular lab, so we are only focusing on blood type, but not if the blood is positive or negative. So what we need to do is start by putting 2 to 3 drops of blood into the well plate. So we're going to start with Mr. Jones. This is Mr. Jones. 2 to 3 drops of blood in A and B wells. And then we're going to repeat the process for all of the other plates. So plate 2, Mrs. Jones. Child 1. Mr. Smith. Ooh, I got a little blood on the paper. Mrs. Smith. And child 2. So now we need to add 2 to 3 drops of simulated anti-A serum into each A well on the 6 plates. And then we need to add 2 to 3 drops of anti-B serum in each B well on the 6 plates. Next, we need to take the toothpicks and stir for each person. So we're going to use one side for the A, and we're going to use the other side for the B. Then we need to let each of the samples sit for a couple of minutes. So we'll just give it a couple minutes. I'm gonna hit stop on the video and then start again in a couple minutes. Okay, so we've let our samples sit for 3 minutes, and the question is, has it clumped? You will refer to your table on the very first page where it says reaction to the anti-A serum and the anti-B serum to determine what the blood type is. I am going to start with Mr. Jones. This is plate 1. To tell if it's clumped or not, you want to look to see if it looks like there's sediment in the well. So again, this is Mr. Jones, and this is the A well. I'm holding it up to the words because it kind of helps you tell if you see anything there, if it's clumped or not. Or if it looks pretty crystal clear, then there's no clumping. So again, this is Mr. Jones, plate 1. This is plate 2. So here is the A well, and here is the B well. Again, this is Mrs. Jones, plate 2. The next one is plate 3, child 1. Here is the A well. Here is the B well. Again, this is child 1, plate 3. The next plate is plate 4, which is Mr. Smith. Plate 4, Mr. Smith. Here is the A well. And I'm going to kind of hold it so that you can kind of see. And here's the B well. This is plate 5, Mrs. Smith. A well. B well. So again, this is plate 5, Mrs. Smith. And then lastly, child number 2, plate 6. A well, B well. Plate 6, child number 2.